Big breaking news coming in at the top of 1 p.m. amid questions being raised over his leadership. Rahul Gandhi has finally spoken out. Rahul alleged that the BJP has thrown money to win polls in UP and Uttarakhand and has now done the same in Goa as well. Even as, of course, there is quite a bit of dissent against the national leadership within the Congress, Rahul Gandhi has dismissed allegations of turmoil within the party, saying clearly that the party definitely needs to introspect and possibly needs to undergo some structural changes. So Rahul Gandhi speaking out for the first time post the election, the assembly election results, and his main hasn't done badly. It won in Manipur, Goa as well as Punjab. But of course, with regards to pointed questions on what's really happening at this point in Goa and Manipur, Rahul Gandhi lashing out at the BJP, saying that the BJP wasn't ahead on time, it just had more money. Listen in to what Rahul Gandhi said.
You have ups and downs, so we had a little down in UP, which is fine, we accept it. But we have an ideological fight with the BJP and we will continue to do that. Let me speak. See, our fight with the BJP is an ideological fight. What the BJP has done in Manipur and it has done in Goa is basically the ideology of the BJP, and that is what we are fighting.
But you do not have
the idea.
What do you need to do? You've got Gujarat, you've got Himachal, you've got Karnataka, you've got, the fact that you're not allowing regional leaders to come up. That is the allegation against the Congress leadership. That you are disconnected with them. How do you answer these, your critics and say that you're going to pull up the socks of the Congress?
Look, we had 5 elections. We formed a government in Punjab, we won the election in Manipur and Goa. That's not a bad result. It's true that we lost the election in Uttar Pradesh and Uttarakhand. If you look at our Uttarakhand election, you look at Punjab, who is running these elections? It's the regional leaders who are running the elections. They are the people who fight the election, and they've been successful in Punjab, they've been successful in Goa, they've been successful in Manipur. But as far as the Congress party is concerned, we do need to make structural and organizational changes. That's a fact. I mean, that's back soon enough. Look, it's not a question of soon enough. It's a question of how much money the BJP has thrown to steal the mandate of Manipur and Goa. That's the question. It's not how soon you went, it's with how much money they went. Thank you.
So very interesting and strong reaction coming in from the Congress Vice President. He claims that it wasn't about how soon, who acted the fastest, but about the amount of money that was used. He claims that the mandate in Goa and Manipur has been stolen by the BJP. Let's listen in to what Venkaiah Naidu also had to say before, of course, we break this down further.
BJP is saying we have the numbers. Congress is saying we don't have the numbers, but give an opportunity to become government, then we'll mobilize the members. We have mobilized the members and went to governor. They are saying we don't have the numbers, but you make us chief minister, then we'll get the numbers. And they go to Supreme Court of India also. The government led by Sri Manohar Parrikar is ready to prove its majority on the floor of the House.
All right, Kamaljeet Sandhu has been tracking all the updates this morning for us, joins us live now on this broadcast. Kamaljeet, first reaction coming in from Rahul Gandhi. He's chosen, of course, to brazen it out, saying very clearly that, look, the Congress actually got a good mandate. It won in Goa, it won in Manipur, it won in Punjab. But the fact of the matter is that they let it slip out of their hands in both Goa and looks like in Manipur as well. But Rahul Gandhi has chosen not just to defend himself, but to level allegations now against the BJP.
Well, Congress obviously doesn't have anybody else to blame but itself as far as Congress mandate, as far as mandate in Goa as well as Manipur is concerned. But remember, as far as Rahul Gandhi's statement itself is concerned, that they have won election. The only election that they won was in Punjab. They had more numbers compared to other parties as far as both Manipur and Goa Goa is concerned. But sticking to Goa, because that's where a writ petition was filed by a Goa leader here in the Apex Court. Scathing observations coming in even by the Apex Court, clearly saying that if there were the numbers, one, Congress party should have approached the governor and not approached the Apex Court first, and the other, if they have the numbers, then they should have shown the numbers. Clearly, this is something that the Congress party has dragged its feet on. BJP took an opportunity, despite being delegated to a second position. They were able to approach the other parties. We're talking about the MGP, we're talking about the Goa Forward Party, and as well as the 3 independents. So they managed to get 9 others, despite having only 13 numbers, while Congress had 17 seats as far as the Legislative Assembly is concerned. So despite having more numbers, they've been at a loss of face, and they only have their own leadership to blame, whether we're talking about Digvijay Singh or, for by that matter, Rahul Gandhi. Now, they did try to take a moral high ground, saying they have more numbers, that the governor should have consulted them, has not really cut much ice, and that is why all decks are now cleared for that swearing-in ceremony in the evening, where Manohar Parrikar will yet again become the Chief Minister of Goa. Now, remember, as far as BJP is concerned, they do admit that as far as numbers are concerned, they had lesser numbers than Congress, but they're saying the popularity vote still went with the BJP in Goa. Remember, Lakshmikant Parsekar, their own CM face, lost from both the seats that he was standing from. 8 of their own ministers of BJP also lost elections, but despite that, BJP yet again in a position to form government. As a matter of fact, it's a couple of hours from now that Manohar Parrikar, along with central ministers including Amit Shah, Rajnath Singh and the likes of big leaders of BJP, all heading towards Goa, and this is going to be one big mandate, and it's also a lesson for the Congress party that it's not just about getting the numbers, it's also about cobbling up all numbers, proving its majority. Now that days have been shortened. Remember, the governor Mridula Sinha had given 15 days time. That's not the relief that the Apex Court has given BJP. They have to prove their majority by Thursday, but BJP say all's good and we will do it.
And the question, Kamaljeet, is whether the Congress really will learn the right lessons, because at this point they remain in denial. They claim that things are still largely optimistic for them. You see Rahul Gandhi's reaction. He maintains that it's not about who acts the fastest, but about the kind of money power each party has. So when they remain in this kind of denial, you tend to question whether they really will introspect on what's happened in Goa and possibly will happen in Manipur as well.
Well, absolutely. Rahul Gandhi has been making charges saying that BJP has stolen the mandate. The fact is that BJP has managed to steal the thunder from right under Congress's nose, despite having their huge numbers, despite having more numbers at least than the BJP. The fact is that BJP was proactive, that they managed to get numbers. Now, there have been serious allegations of horse trading, but that's not the number one charge that they made in the Apex Court also. The other part is they also made some scathing observations regarding the governor, saying they had made arbitrary rules, and obviously the single largest party, which is the Congress party with 17 seats, was not invited to form the government. There was no consultation with the Congress party. Remember, even as that meeting is happening in the afternoon in Goa, the fact is it is going to be a loss of face as far as Congress party is concerned. The fact is they dragged their feet, giving enough opportunity to BJP, and they are the ones who actually went at the first opportunity, showing that the numbers that they have, whether it is about getting all those 9 numbers that they have got from MGP, from Goa Forward Party, as well as the independents. No matter if they have to say and prove a horse trading charge, they'll really have to prove otherwise. But at this point of time, the Congress has no other option. They've completely run out of options. That means that it is up to BJP, the ball very much in their court. And advantage BJP is that they only have to prove their majority in the next 24 hours. And the sort of berths that they're offering, whether it's the lure of ministerial berthship, whether it is about any other lure that Congress party is alleging, the fact is that BJP has managed to show that they have the numbers.
Absolutely. And as I was pointing out earlier, despite it being advantage BJP, the Congress still continues to maintain that the developments with regards to the floor test will be in their favor. Listen to what Abhishek Manu Singhvi had to say. He represented the Congress also in the Supreme Court.
Our basic argument was that the satisfaction of the governor, constitutional satisfaction, cannot even begin to be formed unless the governor at least consults, telephonically calls, talks to the single largest party. Mr. Parrikar and the BJP are a chief minister for 2 days. If they are not able to show their majority within 2 days, then they don't deserve to be chief minister and they shall not be chief minister. I think justice has been done at very short notice and the court has intervened.
Let's go across now to Executive Editor Javed Anand, who is now joining us on this broadcast. Javed, things definitely not looking up for the Congress, and they definitely have a lot of lessons to learn as well. Rahul Gandhi today has come out and said it's not about who acts soonest, it's about money, power, and that BJP has stolen the mandate. But the fact of the matter is that the Congress had a very lazy Sunday in Goa and they've paid the price for it.
I'm not so sure if that is entirely the case. The Congress, of course, building a strong case, trying to build a strong case around the fact that since they were the single largest party, they ought to have been given the first chance to prove the majority on the floor of the House, failing which the others. They are blaming the governor, they are blaming everybody else. Yeah, as far as this business of not acting quick enough or being lazy is concerned, it's very subjective because they were in negotiations. The fact is, there are two things. One, they were not unable to elect their leader. But two, they were in negotiations as far as the breakaway BJP group is concerned. There was no meeting ground with them because they were insisting on making Konkani as the medium of instruction. The Congress wanted English language in this and Konkani as well, so there was a vast difference. They were in touch with Mr. Sadasai and the other independent MLAs, but yes, the Congress claiming that what was being offered by the government, what was being offered by the central government and by Mr. Parikar was far in excess of anything that the Congress could even come up with, and therefore it's if the Congress is to be believed, it's money, power and the promise of plump posts afterwards, which actually tilted the scales in favor of the BJP.
And you know, there's no doubt, Javed, that there was some amount of quid pro quo, because you've seen that the BJP has given plump portfolios to all their regional allies. But they've taken that step. They've even ensured that Manohar Parrikar is brought back to Goa just so that they can form the government, just so that they get these regional alliances.